$20,000. Seller financing, I'm going to put $3,000 down. I'm going to pay the other $17,000 with 0% interest over the next 4.5 years with monthly payments of $400 a month. Look at that. Look at that. And I tell people don't buy next to abandoned houses, and I'll explain why I am buying next to this abandoned house in just a minute. He has kept immaculate condition of the property, mowing the lawn, even trimming the hedges. Beautiful brick house. I love these brick houses. And here's why this neighborhood is so valuable. Look at all of the brick houses side by side by side. And I'm not the only investor in here that sees the value in this neighborhood, because guess who's up on that roof right now doing some work over there? And I talked to an electrician in this neighborhood yesterday who's doing work on another property. This neighborhood is up and coming in Gary. This is Delaware Street right here. And I tell people all the time, block by block. And this is a block that is going to leave that as the final house that needs to be redone. And when I get this one and fix it up, this might be a pet project of mine a couple years down the road. But if I have to buy this or tear it down myself, I will. As we first come up here, one of the main culprits for why this house is being sold is because these radiators, during a big freeze that happened in January, these radiators exploded and a bunch of the pipes started leaking. So radiators just pump water through this. Well, water expands when it's cold, popped a bunch of radiators and caused major plumbing issues through the house. And one of the ways we're going to fix that problem is by uninstalling all of the radiators, closing that loop for the water, and installing a bunch of electric heaters. Then we only have to worry about plumbing that goes to bathrooms and kitchens instead. So that's going to ameliorate that problem. So we're going to start by going upstairs. You can see this is a nice hardwood staircase. House has been kept in pretty good condition. I love the natural hardwood floors. Obviously, we're going to have to sand and stain to get them all matching. Uninstall these radiators. Again, another problem with the radiator, you can see where they already did uninstall it. And when these pipes burst, it flooded and it caused some damage. That's one of the things that's going to need to be fixed. There's a bunch of these cool old storage unit things right here. So this right here is like an Alice in Wonderland type little doorway right there. For folks who want a frame of reference, comes up to about my stomach. But these types of storage units and storage containers are pretty common in a lot of these old style houses. And so they're in here. There's another one on the other side. My plan, as you saw, we came in the door, you go right up the stairs. That's going to be an entrance to the upstairs duplex. You need 2 entrances for it to be legal for Section 8. So that's the first entrance going up that set of stairs. Then we'll wall off and put a second door to go into the bottom main floor unit. Okay, so we move through here. This is bedroom number 1. We got a big old closet in here, just huge. Whoops. So this one has that storage unit, has that giant closet. Walk through here, or through here, and we get into the living room area. So it's going to be the living room. Obviously, we're going to need to do some painting, some patching up on the ceiling, a little bit of work up there, sand and stain the floors. We move through here, and we have our kitchen and our bathroom. Now for the bathroom in here, we'll probably leave the tub. It's one of these really heavy porcelain style old tubs. House was built in 1910. His parents bought it in the 60s. He's been living in it or owning this house for the last 60 plus years. Good condition for the tub, just needs to be cleaned and refinished. We'll probably put some nice tile on the wall here and see if we can get a proper shower installed, maybe a waterfall type shower, because as I just put in a video, one of the things that I hate the most is when I go someplace and then the shower head comes right out at chest height. It technically might be big enough for us to go ahead and put it in the wall right here, because most people aren't 6'4", they're 5'9" is the average height of a male in America. Sink, gonna have to go. Too much staining, needs to be replaced. So that's the bathroom. Now we come in here to the kitchen, and we've got the fridge, we've got the stove. This is a gas stove. We will probably switch this over to electric, get rid of the gas lines that come up here. Another radiator that'll be uninstalled. I would like to see, obviously we'll take this sink out right here. I would like to see probably a sink and some small cabinets, maybe a little island, and then maybe throw the stove and the fridge side by side over there, or do something, maybe throw the stove in over here, the refrigerator in over there, something like that. Just a little rearranged so we can make this flow a little bit better for the tenants that are going to occupy it. You can see that's our second entrance to go downstairs. Here's another example of one of these huge storage areas in here, and another huge storage area in here. I mean, this place just has tons of storage. Now we come into our second bedroom. So upstairs, it is a 2-bed. Again, easily meets our Section 8 requirements. From this wall to this wall, we're looking at least 10 feet. That wall to that wall, that's got to be at least 10, maybe even 12 feet. And yeah, we have this weird little angle, but I have no concerns that this is an 80 square foot room right here. We bust this open, little tiny stud closet, but we'll be all right in there. Okay, so that's what we got in here so far. So mostly it's just going to be cleaning out debris, uninstalling radiators, closing the loop on the plumbing, ripping out the sink, doing a little bit of work on the plumbing there. Oh, and here's a cool thing. I actually won't be able to see it. So in this little storage room back here, there's an actual opening to access all the plumbing that goes into the bathroom back there. You can access all that plumbing, so they don't even have to tear into the wall. It's already got a frame around it, so they can just work right on the plumbing. So this upstairs unit, probably to a Section 8 tenant, will rent something like $950 a month. We get $950 out of this. Let's go downstairs. All right, so here's our second exit point to go down the stairs. And I'll probably not narrate quite as much going into the main floor level because the owner is here and I don't want to disrupt him. But we'll go all the way down to the basement first. The basement is nice and dry. The only moisture that's gotten down here at all recently was when the radiators burst, and that was an issue. Now we come over here to the furnace. This thing's an antique. This furnace is real old, still working. But what I'll do is I'll probably just disconnect it, uninstall it. I won't even take it out. I'll just leave it here. Disconnect it. We'll put in electrical heaters everywhere. Water heater's in good condition. Although if I do make 2 separate units and potentially a third, at some point I may just want to actually upgrade this to like a 75-gallon tank. 2018. I don't know if you can see that. So it's not ancient, but it's definitely has the opportunity to burst at some point here in the next couple of years. Probably has an 8-year warranty on it. Now here's the secret gem about this place. We could actually turn this lower basement into a little 1-bedroom, 1-unit apartment. And let me tell you why. Oftentimes the ceilings, this is direct from my boy Tony, my contractor, who knows a lot about Section 8. So the ceilings have to be a certain height in order for you to put a unit into the basement, unless you get grandfathered in. And the way you get grandfathered in is by already having the existing plumbing for the sink and the existing plumbing, you can see it, for the toilet. So because we have the toilet, because we have the sink, obviously we have more water for the washer dryer, we have grandfather rights on this house to potentially put a 3rd unit down in the basement, even though the ceiling is maybe 7 feet tall. Potentially do as much as 2 bedrooms down here, and we could have a 2-bed on the top floor, a 2-bed on the bottom floor, and a 3-bed on the center floor. Now this one down here is going to cost a little bit more money, so I probably will just work on getting the top 2 rented first, getting that all handled and taken care of. And then at some point down the line, maybe coming down here and working on that larger project. But this has a ton of potential. And again, I got this thing $20,000. Seller financing, I'm going to put $3,000 down. I'm going to pay the other $17,000 with 0% interest over the next 4.5 years with monthly payments of $400 a month. And I got a private lender who's already lined up to come in and put themselves down as a second mortgage with $50,000 investment into this property, which the property, once I'm done with it, will easily be worth $150, $160. And if I turn it into a triplex, upwards of $200. So she'll only be in at a third of the total value of the property. I got it locked up under seller financing. Once the property is paid off to the seller, the only note that will exist will be between me and the private lender. The private lender will be making 10% on the money that they made that I will pay them out of the cash flow. The cash flow on this property will be $1,200 middle floor, $900 top floor, potentially $800 or $900 on the bottom floor if I do this unit down here. So we're looking at least $2,000 a month, and then potentially upwards of $3,000 a month if I actually complete this lower unit, all for a $20,000 purchase price that I'll turn into a $200,000 triplex potentially. Let's go look at that middle unit, and I'm going to shut up. Okay, so we have a bathroom in here, not in bad condition, looks pretty good. Honestly, this one probably doesn't even need any work to it at all. Just cleaned out, maybe regrout some of those lines. The flooring is nice tile in here. Again, we have all this storage space in here. You can see the pantry in here. Oh, I remember these plastic marble. Yeah, I remember those when I was a kid. Got 1 bedroom, And these are nice, great big bedrooms. We got to do a little bit of work to get the ceiling fixed up. That's where a radiator popped above it, leaked and caused problems. We had another radiator that popped over here. Again, just repatch, repaint, sell the radiators off because you can actually get a little bit of money for them if you sell them off to people who pay for steel and iron. Come in this room, I got another room, great condition. Love this beautiful old furniture. And look at the size of this closet right here, just huge, huge. So what we actually have to do is we're gonna have to drop a wall down right here so that we can make that half a closet for this room, or this half, and you come back into this first room. There's no closet in here, so to make it a legal room, we got to cut into there and take half of that closet space for this room, half of the closet space for the other room. That's how we make these both legal bedrooms. What's up, stud? Kitchen is really nice size. I like the cabinets. I like these old, you can tell they've been taken care of, original cabinets. They look good. The kitchen is nice and big. Appliances look great. Floor looks really good. Only thing I'm gonna need to do is swap out the carpet. And I might do carpet, I might do LVP. We come into here and we have, again, cool antique furniture that he's gonna try to sell or potentially take with him, but this has been really well upkept. We got stucco on the walls, and that stucco looks really nice through this entire unit. Hey, Arthur. Stucco looks really nice. It's a shame that the radiator leaked upstairs and ruined the stucco on the ceiling, because we will have to repatch just the ceiling portion, but I'll absolutely be keeping it everywhere else because I think it just adds to the charm of the building. And we got the nice big classic living room with a dining room in here. And that's the unit.